things over right now to our games master to demonstrate some of the improv games that you can do in your club. Whether in lieu of table topics, you can do this for 5 minutes, you can do it for 50 minutes. We're going to do it for a little bit longer than that. And I'm going to bring up our current club president who is going to run our games for us, the charter member, the man, he's the straw that stirs this club's drink. Let's give a big round of applause for Chris Hamill.
All right. Stir it up, Chris. Stir it up.
Thank you guys for coming. A lot of this stuff I'm going to say is reiterating, and I apologize. I'm going to get through it as quickly as I can, but we're taping so that other people can get something out of this, and so that Julia can get something out of this. Yes. So that she goes, I know what's going on. The rest of you guys have heard the spiel, but I'm going to say that for those of you at home, or wherever you're watching this, on the improv stage, everything that is said, every look that is given, is known as an offer. And the offer, you have to say yes and to it. Now what I mean by every word, every expression, sometimes an expression is communicating. Now you know that person is confused and you react to that. You don't ignore it, you take what is given and you say yes and. Now, yes and is a concept that just means that you are saying yes to it and you're adding something. If someone offers you something, they say, hey, I love it here at 7-Eleven. For our Canadian friends, 7-Eleven is a convenience store. They're ubiquitous in the States, they're everywhere. So, 7-Eleven. If I say, I love it here at 7-Eleven, you can say anything that affirms and adds to that reality. What I mean by yes and is, yes, you can affirm it. You can say, I love it here at 7-Eleven. Yes, we're here at 7-Eleven. Well, you've said yes, but you haven't added anything. You're a parrot at that point. I go back and I say, I like the hot dogs here. They have hot dogs here. You're not adding anything. This is supposed to be collaborative building. You're supposed to be building. What you also don't want to do is you don't want to block. In improv, blocking is the opposite of yes and. Blocking looks like this. I love it here at 7-Eleven. We're not at 7-Eleven, we're at the DMV. That's what blocking looks like. And blocking is cheap laughs. Somebody will go, ha ha, he totally denied that person's reality, and now they're at the DMV. If you're a good improviser, what you'll do is you'll say, oh, I didn't know we were at the DMV. They smell the same to me. You'll just roll with it and you'll just move on with it. But if you're a professional improv player at National Comedy Theater, this is what that will look like. I love it here at 7-Eleven. We're not at 7-Eleven. We're at the DMV. What are we doing at the DMV? We're getting a driver's license. Why are we getting a driver's license? Well, we want to drive. Why do we want to drive? You see how that disintegrates pretty quickly? They'll make you do all of the lifting. That's why the second rule of improv is don't ask questions, because it makes the other person do all of the heavy lifting. Asking a lot of questions can be sort of, I don't want to say abusive. There's definitely times when you can ask questions. For example, a question can move a scene along. A question can add something to a scene. Are you ready? Say yes to the people at home.
Yes.
Think that the room is packed and there's 800 people in here.
Yes.
I like it here at 7-Eleven. Do you think you need a key to use the bathroom here? That's a question. But from that question, I get two things. You got to go to the restroom, and you're not quite sure how to access that restroom. It moves the scene forward. It moves the scene forward. But it's a question. You sort of want to stay away from questions, because what can happen is the casual use of questions can be used to shoehorn a scene. Oh, I love it here at 7-Eleven. Shouldn't we be at the casino? I'm going to get a hot dog. And then we're going to go to the casino? Well, then I want to get a Slurpee. And then we're going to go to the casino?
Oh,
you see how that could, somebody could ask questions so you go, fine, let's go to the casino. Now you're at the casino. So questions sort of are either used abusively, don't add anything, or can be used to sort of, they're like the buttons on the pinball game where you tilt it. I can't remember what that's called, but you do it too often, your ball falls in the thing. And for Canadians, the pinball machine is that thing with the flippers, and it goes like that. Sorry. The third rule is listen. And I don't mean just with your ears. You have to also see your other actors on stage. So make eye contact. Look at them. See what they're doing. If somebody enters and says, hey, how's it going? And you don't look at them, you don't notice that they're mimicking, maybe walking with a walker or walking with a cane, or they have a backpack on, or they're adjusting their glasses, something that they're adding physically that you don't see because you're not making eye contact. So listening, not just with your ears, because Toastmasters want you to listen. It's the first lesson in the Competent Leadership Manual. It's important in improv because you can't plan what the person next to you is going to say. I love it here at 7-Eleven. Don't they have bad hot dogs here? I love it here at 7-Eleven. I think 7-Eleven is the best. You can say anything, and you can't prepare for it. So don't try to prepare for it. Don't script it out in your head. Listen to what the other person is saying and just react to what they're saying. So with that, we're going to play a scene game. A scene game is important. This is a warm-up game. It's called ABA. There are three important things in scene work. And what are they? Relationship, location, and conflict. For those of you at home, you'll pretend the entire crowd said it with me. So relationship, we're looking for a relationship that's about 5 years old. We're looking for a relationship with history. We're looking for family. We're looking for friends. We're looking for coworkers. We're even looking for two people who may have gone to school together, maybe they're reuniting. We want that kind of relationship because what happens is if you have a relationship where there's somebody buying a coffee, then the person buying the coffee can be as abusive to the person behind the counter and vice versa as they want to, and there's no stakes. If you have a 5-year relationship, there is a desire to sort of solve that problem and not treat each other like dirt so much. Although it happens, and sometimes you have a husband who's cheating on a wife or something like that, but yeah, we probably won't see many of those. But the second thing is location. It's important because we want to picture where they are. If they say, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Are they in a park? Are they in a hotel? Are they at school? Where are they? There are some clues that we can pick up from what they say. For example, if they say, hey boss, here's that report you were asking for. You're probably at work. But if it's an interesting place, maybe you want to tell us where you work. Also, the conflict is important. Conflict doesn't have to be an argument. Conflict can be anything that you want. Like the aforementioned, I wonder if you need keys to use the restroom here. That could be a conflict. A conflict is just something you want. I want to get into that bathroom. And now your partner is going, oh, they don't have a bathroom here. That can become a scene. Or, yeah, in order to get the key, you have to pass a number of physical challenges. We're going to start with hopscotch. It can be anything. So we're going to start with a game called ABA. It's a game for 2 players. There'll be an A and a B. A will say 1 sentence. B will say 1 sentence. And then A will finish with 1 sentence. And in that sentence, we're looking for all 3 things. We're looking for relationship, location, and conflict. So I'm going to ask for volunteers. 2 people for ABA. Glenn, and somebody from this side. Tom, come on up.